didn't really say, but it might have something to do with the Rainicorn Dog Wars.
There were wars between Rainicorns and dogs?
Horrifying wars. For thousands of years, Rainicorns battled dogs over territory in the crystal dimension. But Lady and I are cool.
Dude, her parents are probably all full of dog hatred from the war times.
Nah.
You didn't think this through enough.
We haven't thought this through enough, so let's think it through now, because Jake just said a bunch of stuff really fast. Thousands of years of vicious, violent battles between dogs and Rainicorns over the territory of the Crystal Dimension. Sure, okay, but be warned, we're gonna have to examine across the whole show to find out what was the war, what exactly is the Crystal Dimension, and what is the deal with crystals anyway? The dogs. Okay, so let's start with the fact that Jake the dog is not the first magical dog to walk the land of Ooh. In the episode, his hero, Finn and Jake track down the greatest warrior ever, Billy! And they go all up inside his magical crack, where he tells them,
In my youth, I was much like you, motivated, headstrong, wore a silly little outfit, even had a magic dog.
I'm gonna pass out.
So now we know that Billy had a magical dog slightly earlier on the timeline. But how far back on the timeline can we trace the progression of dogs? If you were to ask Simon Petrikoff in the Fiona and Cake show, he might say...
Great question. Did you know that in the 20th century, you dogs couldn't talk?
In the 20th century, dogs did not talk. Simon was there before the Mushroom War and saw dogs on 4 legs not able to communicate.
And this world is crazy, right? You got weird old wizards and talking dogs. Yo, dogs didn't used to talk. Did you know that?
Which would make it difficult to wage an interdimensional war, which implies that dogs didn't get the upper hand until they got their paws on technology. And there are many examples for this throughout the show. Hoarding powerful items seems to be an established trait of dogs, as both Joshua the dad and Jake the dog love loot.
Jake!
Huh?
Hey, go away!
And they will continuously collect rare weapons.
Woo! Grab that missile.
Demon's blood.
The armor of Zeldaron.
Compy's castle, bro. The Baker's Shard. Cosmic Gauntlet.
Nightmare juice?
Gold coins. Crystal gems.
Staves, medallions, cups, goblets, dormant gin, grimoires, hard drives. All this random valuable booty, okay?
Okay. But my favorite example of dogs utilizing loot and toying with tech is in the episode My 2 Favorite People. Jake decides he wants to hang out with Finn and Lady Rainicorn at the same time, but there's clear language barriers between them.
Isn't this great? This is totally great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
맞아. What? What did she say?
She said she also thinks it's great.
Oh.
Yeah.
So language barriers are a real issue, and how does a dog like Jake resolve such an issue? Technology.
Dude, I just remembered. There's a universal translator device at the bottom of Lake Selazin.
The lake? Guarded by evil lake knights?
Yeah, I can't remember why I threw it in there.
So they go in the lake and they fight the monsters, they retrieve the device, they put it on Lady Rainicorn, and she is now able to communicate.
Voice options are Old Man, Nerdy Alien, or Nightmare. Try saying something, Toots.
And then I ate all the peaches in the orchard. And that farmer was so angry. And that's the end of my story. Come on, my darling. Wrap your legs around me.
I remember why I drowned that translator now.
So more recent dogs, like Joshua and Margaret, don't seem to need a language box to communicate. They can just walk on 2 legs and talk on their own.
Let's get a look here. Women's pies go missing in bucolic countryside where nothing ever happens. The perfect case for my pregnant wife.
What?
And this seems to be part of the established lore of Ooh. The dogs that are born here can talk, but 20th century style dogs from Founders Island cannot. Like this one, when Simon takes his voice box away, is all he can say. So at some point since then, dogs became more intelligent and gained their own level of agency, being able to choose their own battles and decide what they were going to do with their lives and you know, have these offspring that eventually led to magic dogs. Sometime between the 20th century and the 30th century, thousands of years of dog wars took place.
Right. I keep forgetting maths.
Now we know that dog years apply to the Adventure Time universe. We can see the proof of this between Finn the human and his non-magical dog brother, Jermaine, who has clearly aged in dog years over the course of the show.
I'm responsible. You guys want fried rice or something? I can make fried rice.
Now, the reason to compare Jermaine's age to Finn's instead of Jake's age to Finn's is that because Jake is a magic dog, Jake can actually live as long as he imagines he can. In the episode Dungeon Train, Finn and Jake find an infinitely looping train where every car is a dungeon with various monsters, bosses, and loot to be gained.
Cool.
So Finn wants to stay forever, but Jake wants to leave. One of the loot items shows a potential future where Finn stays on the car forever and Jake stays by his side many, many years into the future, showing the two of them as hobbled elderly beings together, which proves that if Jake was sufficiently motivated, he could live until Finn is an old man. Which implies in the main timeline the reason that Jake dies young is that he was doing something awesome or heroic or genuinely just believed that it was his time, and his imagination powers took care of the rest. Yeah, so that's why we're focusing on Jermaine, who still shows some dog-like qualities. If you listen carefully when he gets mad at Jake, you may hear this.
Chill, Jermaine. Oof.
Think I don't want a cushy treehouse life? I don't even get salt! Salt!
But Jake has always struggled with the dog paradigm, as we see in the show in examples like this.
Oh man, my throwing and catching disc. Jake, wanna play throwing and catching disc?
Yeah, man.
Throw and catch.
Throw and catch. I call dog and you be human.
All right. Yeah. Woo.
It's
gonna be awesome.
Dog. Dog, 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 dog.
You mean bark?
What? Oh, yeah. Bark, 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 bark.
Hello, I'm a human. Hello, I'm a human.
And the relationship between humans and dogs has always been a bit spotty. As we can see, Finn himself sometimes treats Jake a little too dog-like.
Get over here, dude.
Yo, no dogs on the table. Shoo, get down, boy. What you see, boy? Show daddy.
I do see something, but you're making it weird.
Sorry, bro. What's going on?
Look.
Now, if you're lost already, that's okay. The only thing to know is dogs are man's best friend. Always have been, always will be. And we will circle back to that later. But first, we need to talk about... the Rainicorns. So the first thing to know about the Rainicorns is this.
Hey, Grandpa, how are you able to fly if you don't have wings?
Well, light travels from the sun, then bounces off of our planet and back into our eyes so we can perceive color.
Whoa!
My body can intercept that light and
Whoa.
dance around on it.
So Rainicorn bodies can intercept light and dance around on it, which kind of tracks when you think about shining sunlight through a crystal. It creates a dancing rainbow. And what are Rainicorn bodies? Rainbows. So the whole thing kind of tracks, right? No? Okay, well, here's the second thing then we'd need to know about Rainicorns. What is their relationship with the crystal dimension? We know it's their home territory and their home turf, and all the crystals of Ooh are kind of implied to have some sort of connection with the crystal dimension. But the actual understanding of crystals eludes me. So please, run with me here now as we look through examples of the show at all of the things that crystals can do. They can beam a laser, be a taser, fire up an ancient blazer, vanquish fear, Occam's razor, show you friends from far away, it be magic eyes, be disguised, be a food that maybe lies, protect your mind, hypnotize, be chalk to stop ghost flies, be hard to track, be wild as heck, be the base for candy tech, be a sandwich, be a... Wait, no, go back. What was that about candy tech? Crystals basically power all of the best tech in Ooh, and young Bubblegum didn't get her best tech until she got her hands on crystals.
Hello.
Hello, Mother.
Y'all go guard now, and don't let nobody mess with my stuff. Hey, guess what? Thanks for helping me make those guys.
I like feeling handy.
I want to repay you for your help.
Oh, yeah? You gonna give me that amulet, maybe?
No.
And who is Bubblegum's all-time best friend? Lady Rainicorn of the Crystal Dimension. Coincidence?
I'm not a bad person.
And if you're thinking that I'm gonna say that lady is some sort of crystal dealer to PB, then you are 100% right. She totally is.
Whoa, hold up. My Mondo meter is going cuckoo.
And I'm not saying Princess Bubblegum actually understands the true almighty potential of crystals, as she can understand their use in tech and science, but she can't seem to fully comprehend their use in magic. Luckily, Peppermint Butler does, in the episode from the plotline of Vamps. Take her back! Marcy is sick!
All right, where's your measuring equipment? I need to see some charts and tubes. Where are your tubes?
This process uses no tubes and involves no quantifiable measurements. Calm your mind and let the crystal medium work its magic. It's science.
All right, Pep. I just wish I could do more for her.
Shh, 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 shh. Okay, finished.
That's it? You just go shuh, shuh, shuh with your hands?
Don't question my methods. This is my world.
Okay. What now then?
We wait like 2 hours.
Oh.
Let's do something else.
Anyway, I know it seemed pretty serious to accuse Lady of being a magic crystal dealer, acting like she's somehow shady, and, keeping dark secrets.
Hey Mom, I'm going to the market to sell a secret weird box. I ate the weird sandwich from the weird box. I ate the weird sandwich from the weird box. I ate the weird sandwich from the weird box. I ate the weird sandwich from the weird box.
TV!
But since she's sneaky and barely leaves tracks, I might not be able to prove her dealings in Main World. And unless I have to, I'm not gonna touch Farm World. And yes, Fiona and Cake is an even further removed fanfic alt reality contained inside a tortured mind, breaking usual multiverse logic with characters like Fern and Flannel still existing. Regardless, it's pretty interesting that this world clearly reflects Prince Gumball as someone who frequently visits the shady part of town to buy suspicious sweets and highly potent sugars.
This doesn't seem like your part of town.
Are you kidding? This is where the good stuff is.
Dang.
Hey, I'm here to pick up my order. This place has the absolute best cocoa powder. It's so rich you can't even try a grain of it unadulterated without going mad. Try it.
This must be why your biscuit boys are so special. I mean, you're just so passionate. It's just impressive. To me.
Thank you.
Did you notice Lord Monochromicon was the candy dealer? And what is sugar made from? Crystals. It's all coming together now. We see candy made from crystals in the episode Varmint. Marceline, the vampire queen, goes to visit Princess Bubblegum in the Candy Kingdom castle. But she's not there, because the one true King of Ooh has been voted princess by the people.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Be not afraid, child. It is I, the one true Princess of Ooh.
Where's Bubblegum?
Ah, whoa! Relax. Bubblegum is fine, just fine. And deposed and powerless. So crushed by defeat was she that the tyrant exiled herself to a sad cabin on the shores of Lake Butterscotch. Technically still Candy Kingdom territory. But in my mercy, I've allowed her to remain.
But then why didn't she Ugh, Bubblegum.
So Marceline flies away. She finds Bubblegum and Peppermint Butler hanging out at Uncle Gumball's old cabin, growing gourds and fighting varmints. So they chase one underground into a crystalline cavern where Bubblegum says,
This looks like a delivery tunnel from the old rock candy mines.
Huh.
A delivery tunnel for the old rock candy mines. And rock candy is clearly crystals, meaning she grew and then mined massive sugar crystals under Ooh when she was younger. So crystals are clearly important to the Candy Kingdom, but they should also be important to the Fire Kingdom too.
Whoa, Flame King!
Father!
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought my daughter was alone. I'll just be going. Nice teapot.
Fire Kingdom has lots of gems, an inexplicable amount of gems at their disposal. When Cinnamon Bun joins the ranks of the Fire Kingdom, they even give him his own gem too.
So, your fire wolf can fly?
Yep. I taught him.
But if we go back far enough on the Fire Kingdom timeline, we'll find ourselves at a point before the Fire Kingdom even existed, when a man named Mo in the wastelands of Ooh built the fire giants in the first place, and he was working on the schematics for the Mars Dome. And what is Mars's technology based on? Crystals! Crystals that he got from the Fire Kingdom that he built himself. Mo done it. Mo knew the importance of crystals, and that importance should not be wasted on the Ice Kingdom either.
Yo, leave me out of it!
Considering the gems from the Ice King's crown date all the way back to ancient times, when dinosaurs walked the earth.
Stop, demon! Get back here, I say! Ha ha! Zap, 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 zap! What?
So this means some form of crystal magic has existed basically the entire time. So, historically speaking, crystals may have had an influence in the tech of the evolving dog culture. Just consider the clues in the episode Dad's Dungeon, where it's never explicitly stated that Dad's tech was crystal powered, but just look at how it functions.
Hello, boys.
Dad!
If you're hearing this pre-recorded hologram message, it's because I passed on, and my spirit sparkles guided you to its secret hiding place. I made you boys something. It's a dungeon. A proper dungeon, full of evil monsters, traps, and magic. The whole kazoo!
Kicking. Now let's take a look at the dungeon in question. It has crystals lighting the place. It has basic food mimic monsters. It has this ugly guy. It has advanced food munching monsters. And it has more tapes.
Hey! Finn, Jake, you made it past the fruit witches!
And then there, at the end of the dungeon, is the family sword, guarded by a giant crystal-eyed monster.
Finn! Dude, use your karate biz!
Symbolic of the sword and the stone, Finn breaks the chains and rips the demon blood blade from its crystal confinement to kill the dungeon beast.
It's for you, Finn.
When Finn stabs the crystal eye, it emits a beam of light at him before falling into the abyss. That tracks. So clearly Joshua was not shy to use crystals in his dungeon. Timeless episode, bringing us to the third thing to know about Rainicorns.
Goodness, Jake. Why don't you do this with your other babies?
Well, Rainicorn babies age rapidly. They don't need their parents a couple hours after they're born.
That really stinks, huh?
So when Jake says that the Rainicorn and Dog Wars took place over thousands of years, we don't know if he's speaking in dog years or Rainicorn years.
Whatever does she see in such an idiot?
So now that that's settled, it's time for the most important thing to know about Rainicorns. And you might be thinking it's something about their language or their powers.
당연하지. 난 제이크랑 항상 한 몸이 되는데.
But really, it's this.
Finn'll make a great lunch. He's a little raw, but he's got great taste.
What? Wow, so wealthy and so generous.
Oh, I was hoping, but I was afraid to ask. Oh, I can't wait.
Jake! I think they want to eat me!
Of course we do. Jake said you'd make a great lunch.
Jake! Come on!
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man!
Knock it off, Bob!
Don't you touch him!
Wait, come on! Stop it, guys! Come on, y'all! I said stop!
Now that's enough!
Yeah, they tried to eat Finn violently. He was just playing butler for their visit and they tried to chomp him down. If Jake had not been a magic dog right then and there, this timeline would have had a very different outcome. I mean, they would have tried to eat Finn, right?
Nobody's eating Finn. He's not my butler, and he's not food. Finn is my friend.
You're a dog?
Yeah, Oh, look. I'm sorry about everything. I was...
Yay! Hey! Hooray!
The Rainicorns full 180, literally singing a different tune and putting the room's focus onto Jake's dogness to distract from the fact that they just tried to eat a kid a minute ago.
Lady?
나도 우리 부모님 때문에 걱정했었어. 우리 엄마 아빠는 걔라면 완전 맛이 갔거든. 걔가 전쟁터에서 우리 아빠 생명을 구해줬었어.
What did she say?
She says she was worried that they'd freak out, because her parents are bananas for dogs.
JJ Flip! What the zip?
Yeah, she says a dog saved her dad in the war.
So Lady's dad, Bob, was saved by this dog. And somehow then, or shortly after, it seems peace was established to end the war.
Wow! That's flippin' awesome.
Finn?
What?
Listen, I just want you to know how sorry we are about trying to eat you.
It's just we thought we'd never get another chance. We thought humans were extinct.
Oh.
Yeah, they thought Finn was the last human, so they really wanted to eat him. Which, to be fair, is a normal enough goal in this world, considering Finn is one of the last rare remaining creatures made out of genuine flesh.
Oh man, flesh! I haven't seen this stuff in forever. So warm and gushy and salty. Look at all that flesh jiggling.
Hey, if you love flesh so much, then watch this.
Whoa! Fellas, get over here! Flesh!
This is weird, man.
Don't worry. They just think we're cool.
Do you guys think we're cool?
No. We're gonna rip that flesh off you and eat it.
But it seems the Rainicorns trying to eat Finn goes beyond just a casual sentient snack in this smorgasbord of ooh. No, there's some food chain style forces of nature at play here. Prey getting eaten by predators, leading to predator population booms, which eventually in turn get eaten by the cosmic owl.
Such is the course of nature. But it'll be a pretty sweet ride up until that point.
Tonight, we feast on the blood of the innocents.
Oh no!
So basically, I'm claiming that humans are a normal part of the Rainicorn food chain. They eat them. That's what they eat.
So, this isn't human?
Oh no, this is soy people.
Oh.
I've never tasted a real human before, but they say you can't even tell the difference.
They say you can't tell the difference between soy human and real human. This is such a weird scene, and I showed it to make it clear that while dogs and humans are willing to try human meat or soy substitutes in certain situations, Rainicorns actually love to eat humans. They crave it. A healthy Rainicorn diet includes human meat to such an extent that they needed to find a soy substitute when the humans went extinct. So Rainicorns feeding may have been a large factor towards the actual extinction of humans. Seem like a big stretch? Well, let's check with Two Bread Tom in the Vamps plotline episode, Everything Stays. Back in the fallout of the Mushroom War, when Teen Marcy was killing vamps and trying to do her part to protect the remaining humans.
Hey, Marceline!
Two Bread Tom, how's it going, man?
Oh, so good. I had a hoagie for lunch. And even better, the ship's repairs are almost done.
Listen, I've cleared out almost all the vampires that are left. In another week or two, you won't even have to leave. Yeah, Marceline!
Oh, Marcy, You're such a sweet, weird kid. But it's not just the vampires or the oozers or them hungry-looking rainbows.
Hungry-looking rainbows? Rainicorns always craved humans, like... Which makes tween Marcy wearing a shirt showing a unicorn coming out of a rainbow extra metal in the context of a dangerous world where rainicorns are known to be attacking from the skies. So, let's unpack this.
What's that, pickles?
No, not pickles. The Rainicorns ate humans. Humans went extinct. Dogs fought Rainicorns for thousands of years. During that time, dogs evolved physically, magically, culturally, and in technology, eventually defeating the Rainicorns and imposing dog law over the crystal dimension. Why? Because dogs are man's best friend, and when the Rainicorns came munching down on every human in sight, it was the dogs who rose up to defend humanity from being eaten. This is what the Rainicorn Dog Wars actually was. Dogs desperately fighting for their humans, barking and chasing the vicious Rainicorns back out of Ooh, containing and controlling them within the crystal dimension where they could be educated towards useful, peaceful, and communal ideologies.
One can't live on love alone. One must also have groceries.
아, 장모님, 장 보는 건 개들 작전에 말려드는 거예요.
So now that we know what caused the Rainicorn Dog War and how it ended, all that's left to address is the princess. Now you might be thinking that Lady Rainicorn is the obvious choice for princess, but actually it's Tree Trunks. What? No, I'm serious. It's Tree Trunks. Hear me out. Tree Trunks seems like an innocent little elephant.
What, me? I'm just a cute little elephant.
Nah, she is far less innocent than she seems, so if you don't think the plot can thicken any further for the Rainicorn Dog Wars story, then I'm telling you now, adding Tree Trunks here will make things so thick that we could bake a pie from it, because she is so much more than just a sassy little elephant. No, let's start with the idea that she holds herself to certain morals.
I got no time for nobody dancing around and acting a fool at my expense. I'm Tree Trunks, and people know I'm kind and honest. That's why people like me.
What's she saying?
So she considers herself kind and honest, with no time for tomfoolery. So it's time to get serious and catch a dirty, rotten apple thief, because Tree Trunks cares about the law, right?
I'm the only one who knows how to open this closet. Oh, so I was the apple thief after all.
No, Tree Trunks. That's preposterous.
No, Finn, I'm a criminal and I need to pay the price.
Banana Guard speaking.
This is Tree Trunk. I've done something horrible and I want you to come over and arrest me.
But the law she cares about isn't actually some nonsense candy lemon law. No, she gets her laws and morals directly from the one true King of Ooh. As we see in the episode, Apple Wedding.
Knock, knock.
It's Tree Trunks' wedding day, and Princess Bubblegum shows up and takes over the scene, bans Lumpy Space Princess from attending, and basically imposes her idea of the wedding on everyone, and then tells Tree Trunks,
"We're keeping your ex-husbands, Randy, Danny, and Wyatt, 100 feet apart at all times. At least until it's time for me to perform the ceremony."
Yeah, she's literally controlling the guests of the wedding, keeping the exes apart unsolicited until she can do her ceremony.
You can't perform the ceremony.
What? Why not?
Well, I'm sorry, but I just don't recognize your quote-unquote authority on such matters. I can only be married by His Holiness, the one true King of Ooh.
What? That fraud?
PB is outraged. The mere mention of him boils her candy blood.
Why, yes, but... oh, dear. Mama, I'm afraid I've offended the princess.
Oh, nonsense, baby. She's probably just jealous because you're about to marry such a handsome, fine, saucy man.
I swear, I'm going somewhere amazing with all of this, but you just have to bear with me for a few minutes because some of this is important, maybe. Okay, so Tree Trunks had a bunch of ex-husbands, and now she's getting married to Mr. Pig. But before the wedding, her mum is acting like a perverted little elephant.
Oh, but he is a saucy, fine Bologna factory.
Mama, please. Please don't call him a saucy, fine Bologna factory.
Bologna factory, Bologna factory.
Oh, my perfect day. What else could go wrong?
So we know Tree Trunks' feelings here. She was so excited about the King of Ooh officiating her wedding.
Okay, dear, now up you come.
Don't hurry this.
Here we go. We've gathered here on this beautiful day under my life-giving sun to celebrate the enjoyment of Mr. Pig and Tree Trunks, the little elephant. These two weird animals.
Oh, I bet some cute weddings are happening over there.
Do you, Mr. Pig, take Tree Trunks to be your ever-wedded wife, forever following the teachings of me, the true King of Ooh?
I do.
And do you, Tree Trunks, promise to love Mr. Pig forever and spend the next 5 years with me in my Serenity compound, performing simple household repairs to have and to hold in sickness and in health in my gated mountain compound?
Oh.
Oh!
Yeah.
So when PB ruined the wedding and tried to arrest the King of Ooh for existing, Tree Trunks told her what for.
Princess Bubblegum, you have gone too far. We stand together against your tyranny. Your prison may hold one of us, but it may not hold all of us. Oh, poor Tree Trunks.
So PB literally locks the entire wedding in a dungeon for standing up to her. And I know I edit my videos like PB is overly villainous, but I bought her Fortnite skin as part of the pack, but still, I'll use the skin. Look at her dance, look at her kill. It's cool. So, I'm not a candy hater or no fern. I just disagree with her wedding imprisonment stuff.
Well, I guess this is it, sweetie. Oh no. The elephant graveyard is calling me now. Okay, hold your horses, I'm coming.
Wait, Tree Trunks.
Tree Trunks is getting beamed an alien signal telling her to go to the elephant graveyard when Mr. Pig manages to snap her out of it, and we will circle back to that. But first...
Look around. We could have the ceremony right here.
Hey, yeah. King of Ooh, will you do the honors?
You can perform your own dang ceremony. KingofOo.com!
Oh my gosh, Tree Trunks, did you hear?
Huh?
The king said you could perform your own dang ceremony.
The king's word is law. I can perform my own dang ceremony?
Are you up to it, TT?
I'll try.
So in the end, they got married and lived happily ever after. But Tree Trunks is actually far more than just a wife to Mr. Pig, or an ex to Wyatt, or a rebel elephant leader of the people.
Do you all have any guns?
Nope.
I don't have time for campfire stories.
Tree Trunks is a loving mother, as Mr. Pig and Tree Trunks adopted a child named Sweet Pig Trunks, who is the given life flesh form of the Lich himself from that time when Finn was in space. In the episode, Escape from the Citadel, the Lich had just committed the cosmic crime of killing old man Jake Prismo, triggering the time-looping events that create Prismo in the first place. So, Finn and Jake follow the Lich to a cosmic jail made of crystals.
The Citadel, I presume.
Likely so.
Hey, the Lich again. This must be where the prison cells be at. Maybe we shouldn't even have come here. What?
Jake, what did you do?
It wasn't me. It came from up there.
Yeah! He's melting the crystal all up! Breaking cats out left and right! Turning cats gray! Did he trick us again? I think he did.
Hey, kid, you just gotta fetch me a gob of that guardian blood, son. It's got that good nooch that keeps us young in the crystal.
Nooch? Huh?
Fall.
You are strong, child, but I am beyond strength. I am the end. And I have come for you, Finn.
You don't like this stuff, huh?
Check this out. Brand new baby. The Lich is super cute now, and he smells real neat. That sap rebooted him or something. I like him a lot.
Now, trekking back to Ooh, because here's where the real story is.
Mr. Pig, I think we should get a...
Okay, run. Go, 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 go.
Oh, this changes everything.
Hello!
Sure, raising Sweet Pea as a concept is wild, but Tree Trunks was a good mother, teaching him her morals of kindness and honesty, even despite tough challenges such as the cult-like brainwashing from the one true King of Ooh himself. When the situation turns sour, Sweet Pea proves he has the inner strength to stand up for himself.
Stop.
Oh!
I have learned much from you. Thank you, my teachers. And now for your education. Before there was time, before there was anything, there was nothing. And before there was nothing, there were monsters.
So at the end of the day, his parents are truly proud of him. But Tree Trunks being a mother to the living Lich Sweet Pea is only a scratch on the surface of how insane her story really gets when we consider what we learn from the episode Ring of Fire.
I think I must have the most perfect life in the whole world.
Oh, that's lovely.
What about you, Mama? Is your life perfect?
Me? Yes, Sweet Pea. I'm the happiest mama in the whole world.
Oh, no, Mama. You're sad.
No, sweetie. That's just something that happens when grown-ups think about their lives for too long.
Honey, can you get that?
Tree Trunks gets a call from an ex and goes to the tiny mammal kingdom and recites her origin story. Popular in high school, dating Randy. She marries him, but then just before the honeymoon, she decides...
It's over, Randy. I'm a wild child. At sea, I made a new life for myself. Mr. Faidutti?
Yes, Captain Tree Trunks.
Pick up that mop, you bug.
She became some sort of perverted golden apple captain.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Tree Trunks.
Drowned all but the tightest man.
No!
Impudence.
You are a very beautiful elephant, but I fear your bandit ways have made you hard.
He was right. I left my post that very day so that I could spend the rest of my life with Danny. That evening, we were wed.
Kiss my mouth, baby.
Yeah. My joy, however, would be short-lived. A liar in cahoots with Mr. Faidutti to get me away from my ship. I marooned Danny, and I kaboomed Mr. Faidutti. No more tight men. I savvily invested my pirate treasure and became a powerful shipping magnate.
So she was CEO of a massive shipping industry, doing deals with characters like Mo, as it would imply in the scene here.
Come in.
I'm Wyatt, your new secretary. These flowers are from Robot Body Mo.
Again? Throw those in the trash.
And then for some reason, she marries Wyatt.
He melted my heart.
Hey! Somebody kiss me now!
I sold the company and gave all my money to the King of Ooh.
So she gave all her money to the King of Ooh and then became a nudist.
I'm never wearing clothes again.
And Tree Trunk settles into a life of making apple pies.
We're responding to a wire about missing pies.
Oh, yes. A monster's been stealing my pies off of the windowsill. The monster tracks are very real. My husband told me so.
Oh!
Wyatt!
Oh, jeez, you got me.
What's the big idea, Wyatt? Why'd you burgle your wife's pie?
Because it's amazing!
Her dedication to pies rivaling that of even Nepta.
I throw pies.
So Wyatt flees to stalk her from afar, and we know that her pie adventures eventually led to her meeting Mr. Pig and falling in the for real love. But before that happens, she has a special adventure, enlisting the help of Finn and Jake by feeding them some apple pie.
Come on, go ahead. What'd you think?
Best apple pie ever.
Oh, Jake, thank you, but that isn't the best apple pie.
What are you talking about, Tree Trunks? What could be better than your apple pie?
An apple.
Lame.
This apple ain't like the apples that I pick. They say it's the apple of apples. Rarest kind of all. Legends call it the crystal gem apple.
So they take her through the evil, dark, scary forest, overcoming the various monsters along the way, and finally finding the crystal gem apple.
Man, I found the crystal gem apple.
But when she eats it, she explodes out of ooh as she portals through into the crystal dimension gleefully towards a fate that we learn later in the episode. Crystals have power. Finn is researching crystals.
Yo, man, what's going on?
I found this crystal on our doorstep. It's pretty mysterious. Doesn't this look like Tree Trunk's lipstick?
That's impossible. Tree Trunks exploded in the scary dark forest after she ate that crystal gem apple. Remember?
Hey, the crystal's glowing a different color. Jake!
Whoa.
What's it?
Get him.
Ah! Jake!
Finn!
So they go into the crystal dimension themselves, where Finn is captured by crystal dudes.
Well, I'm just following orders, bub.
Whose orders?
Well, it's a secret, but part of it is we're turning Finn into a crystal.
Help! My arm!
Whoa.
So Finn gets crystal tased until he is magically turned into a crystal.
I'm sorry, Finn. I'm super lame. And now, you're dead.
I'm not dead. I'm just all crystal stiff.
Oh.
Get your hands off my lover.
That voice.
It sounds like...
Yes, Finn, it's me, Tree Trunks. But in this world, I'm known as Quartzion, the Crystal Queen.
Yeah, Tree Trunks became Quartzion, queen of the crystal dimension itself. Think of the implications of that.
After I ate that crystal apple in the scary dark forest, I was transported to this crystal dimension where I became ruler of the crystal men. And the crystal men are all in love with me.
Love you, Quartzion! I love you! Quartzion, we love you! Love you!
Yes, I know. But your love is not enough. I wanted you, Finn, so you could be transformed into my sexy Crystal King.
So she wants to enslave King Finn as some sort of crystal love child, apparently.
Tree Trunks, you've gone bananas with crystal power.
Finn, it's not sexy for a king to call his queen bananas.
You totally gotta stop her! Jake, kick Tree Trunks in the tummy! She's probably still got that crystal gem apple inside her!
Marry me, Finn. We can snuggle through time and space and kiss each other in an alternate dimensional plane.
Then somehow, magically, everything is forgiven.
Oh, dear.
TT, you're back!
Oh, Jake, I was behaving so inappropriately. I'm so embarrassed.
So Tree Trunks claims to be embarrassed by her actions, but it seems to me like the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
I tell you what, I'd like to open up that hood, see how the bologna gets made.
Tree Trunks' mom is clearly unashamed of her deviant nature, so it's awfully rich for Tree Trunks to feign embarrassment while she has a literal framed picture of a crystal on her wall. On her wedding day, she is looking past bubblegum at a constant reminder of her time as Quartzion and what she did to Finn, even though they basically forgave her immediately.
Oh, shush, Tree Trunks. If I had a penny for every time someone went crazy hopped up on magic energy, I'd be Abraham Lincoln.
Death, King of Mars, what's your business? I need this one back.
But Tree Trunks becoming Quartzion might not have just been random happenstance, as it seems to be connected to the enchanted ruby eyes of the ancient lava dog Magwood from the episode Evergreen. Back in dinosaur times, when the catalyst comet containing the Lich was headed for Earth, Master Evergreen called a meeting of elementals.
I just think we should discuss this, Evergreen.
Discuss? Are you listening, Chatsberry? When this comet hits, everybody dies. Not just everybody, but us. But us?
Even if the comet is as dangerous as you say, what can we possibly do?
We build a crown.
A crown?
Like none seen before or ever after. A magical crown whose phantasmal circuitry will bond to its first bearer and grant him his one deepest wish. To destroy the hideous comet which threatens our world. The good news is, I already built the crown. The bad news? It needs a power source. The enchanted ruby eyes of the ancient lava dog Magwood!
So to get the gems for the crown, Master Evergreen sets off with his sidekick Gunther to defeat the lava dog Magwood and steal its crystal eyes. And when we see it, the creature in question looks very Tree Trunksy. So this could be the reason why Tree Trunks was hailed as some sort of holy entity in the crystal realm. I mean, once you put those crystal eyes on her, she looks pretty much like a deity version of this thing.
I did it. Oh. Come on now, what'd I ever do to you?
Now, if you think that claiming Magwood looks like Tree Trunks is just not enough proof to claim Tree Trunks as the princess of my Rainicorn Dog Wars video, then circling back to the Rainicorns for a moment, remembering how they can intercept light and fly around, well, what's the one thing flying around the sky with more lights and mystery than them? Aliens. Yeah, I'm serious. Remember that Tree Trunks is also like a queen to the grey aliens for some reason.
Who the slop is this?
This is my alien husband.
But it's super relevant. Why? Because Jake drew UFOs into his picture. This whole time the drawing was dogs, Rainicorns, and UFOs, suggesting that aliens played a key part in the war. Although, you could argue that a drawing isn't conclusive enough, so we need to remember.
It says a dog saved her dad in the war.
This is photographic evidence of UFOs at the war, a whole sky full of them. So it seems the aliens attended the Rainicorn Dog War in overwhelming numbers. and we know the dogs won in the end. But this doesn't necessarily mean that the aliens aided the dogs in victory, like providing them with tech or evolutionary advancements, right? Well,
voice options are Old Man, Nightmare, or Nerdy Alien.
Yeah, Nerdy Alien is an option on the Universal Translator. This could mean that aliens provided the Universal Translators in the first place. But why would they do that? Because aliens did not speak Old Man at the time.
Hello.
You can talk?
Yeah, there are websites that teach you.
KingofOo.com!
Yeah, they learn to speak the language of Ooh from a strange website. So apparently the aliens are a very intelligent and peaceful species from what we see in the episode High Strangeness. The aliens are in the area having a fun family visit with Tree Trunks so she can spend some time with the kids.
My babies.
But problematic happenings occur when Bubblegum launches a terraforming probe into the UFO containing Tree Trunks' hybrid alien fan children.
Where's my wife?
And then they remain perfectly placid as they get seriously swarmed and candy contaminated on a core level. Witnessing the horror triggers Tree Trunks to immediately go to war against the Candy Kingdom to defend her babies and the peaceful aliens.
Will you help me raise a ruckus?
Of course we will!
Let's stink it up! What in the... A full-scale galactic invasion? Well, let's see how well you fly without your thing. Oh! Oh, good night! Come get extinguished. This is the people's justice.
Holy!
Yes. What should I do? What? Tree Trunks. What is this place? You already know. See? They refuse to fight back.
So considering how peaceful the aliens are, and despite humans going extinct in Ooh during the war, both species, dogs and Rainicorns, clearly survived, and now live together, potentially even falling in love with each other.
I'm the fellow for your daughter. Please forget the wartime slaughter.
Heavily suggesting that some kind of peace was established between Ooh and the Crystal Dimension to end the war. Peaceful aliens indeed.
What? What?
See, I told you.
What?
Spaceman.
So the moral of the story here is, surprise, peace and love beats war again. Who could have guessed? So if you find yourself on the side of war and violence right now, tossing weddings and prisons on a whim without due process or whatever, then please know it's never too late to stop and choose peace.
Let them all go, Banana Guard number 3.
What?
I just can't stay mad at something so cute.
Did she just say let everyone go?
Now, if you wanted me to touch on the idea that the hybrid dog Rainicorn offspring in the 1000+ timeline are fighting in a crystal-related alien pup war, then you need to know. Uncivilized Elk already did an amazing cover on that years ago, so that theory is done. And speaking of other creators, Off Script recently released a video called Adventure Time's Creepiest Episode Finally Solved. And that, spoiler alert, is built off of the lore from my Jake has subconscious wish magic Prismo powers theory. So please go check out those videos. And speaking of Jake theory, I received a ton of comments saying it was debunked by Fiona and Cake. And when I investigated the comments, it seemed to be that some people thought the Scarab was Prismo's boss. But he's not. He's a god auditor. He wishes the boss gave him Prismo's job. He was very clear about that.
Who's next? No. Finally.
And when the Scarab tries to get Prismo fired, he goes to a middle management god named Orbo. And sure, Orbo's definitely a boss.
Orbo?
Hey, watch that tone, mate. I'm still your boss.
You're my boss, but you're not the boss. Why don't I give them a call?
But when the boss actually contacts, it looks like this.
Oh, nuts, it's a boss.
That phone looks very Jake-like to me. And that brings me to the second set of comments, which was people saying, but Jake died. Well, I told you Jake died in part 1 of that video. But the part I forgot to cover properly was when I said Jake is Prismo's boss. I didn't mean Main World Jake. Remember, Main World Jake has an identical copy, living in the time room forever, asleep as Old Man Prismo. And what happens when Jake sleeps? Well, his body gets hijacked by his subconscious, and it went on a whole adventure, and it had a whole agenda. So that is what I think is Prismo's boss. An additional layer of consciousness manifesting through Old Man Jake Prismo. So yeah, sorry I forgot to mention that in that video.
What if the whole world was just some goof's dream? Man, that would be stupid. Whoa!
And now that almost wraps everything up here. We know everything we need to know about crystals. I don't think I've forgotten to explain anything important.
Hey, what's this thing?
이거 아무것도 아니야.
So, thank you all for watching. Huge shout out for drawing me a variant of the Vamp King if he gave in to the Ice Crown's influence. So cool! And many thanks to all the people who showed me their Adventure Time art. I love you all. And if I didn't post your submissions here, then I'm so sorry. I lost all the messages and screenshots from that time in my old phone. Whoops, my bad. So if you still have them or draw new art, then send them to me and I'll put them in the next one. Much credit to the artist, Otis Von Pine, for the additional graphics of the video. A special thanks to my musician, KeithMustang, for the fantastical musical segments. And please feel free to support me as a creator. PayPal, Patreon, and all of that. Or hire me if you're in media and you like my chops.
Check, please.
Regardless, at the end of the video, I'm just so glad that you all now know what the war was really about. Rainicorns eating humans, and dogs defeating them with the power of aliens.
Well, that's one theory anyway.